Keshinishudana. So Arjuna is asking, O Krishna, what is the meaning of sannyasa? I want to know the tattva, the nature of sannyasa. And I want to know the nature of tyaga. And I want to know the nature of both sannyasa and tyaga separately. All of us are familiar with the concept of sannyasa. Some of you might have planned to take up sannyasa also, but unfortunately you have not taken up. In future you may take up, we don't know. So he is asking what is sannyasa and what is tyaga. Tyaga is sacrifice. Sannyasa is renunciation. Sannyasasya Mahabaho, he is calling Krishna as Mahabahu, a very strong man with great shoulders. Tattvamichhami veditum. I want to understand the nature, the deep nature. Tattva means deep nature of sannyasa and also about tyaga. Tyagasya cha and pruthak kesinishudana. Pruthak separately. Kesinishudana, Kesava. He destroyed a Rakshas called Kesi, that's why he's called Kesava or Kesinishudana. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. All of you chant without opening the mics. I'm giving a gap in between. In that gap you should finish. Kamyanam karmanam nyasam. Sannyasam kavayo viduhu. Sarva karma phalatyagam. Prahutyagam vichakshana. Lord Krishna is defining sannyasa as giving up all actions which are with kama, desires. He is not saying giving up all actions, because it is not possible to give up all actions. It is only possible to give up desires and actions towards achieving desires. Because what will happen if you perform actions with attachment to desires, you will be caught up in the karma bandha, the bondage, and that will act on you and you will be born again. You are already born because of your past life karma. And what is tyaga? Sarva karma phala tyaga. Not the tyaga of karma, not giving up work or action. You have to keep on doing your work or action. Because even if you retire, I have retired long back, but I am still doing a lot of work and action, probably more than what I did before I retired. Sarva karma phala tyagam. Only the attachment to the result of action can be given up. You cannot give up action. What do you mean by giving up to the attachment to the result of action? Obsession. Obsession and anxiety about the results of your actions. I gave you the example last time. If somebody is preparing for IIT entrance exam or IAS entrance exam, if he is obsessed and attached to the result, whether I will get seat or not, how many seats are there, how can I get, I may not get. So what is the point? This kind of thinking if he has, he will never be able to prepare very well. So whether or not he gets, he should do his job perfectly, preparing for the examination very well. Similarly, in our life, all our actions, we do our duty, we perform our dharma, we discharge our responsibilities to the fullest satisfaction. Perfection. Yoga karma su kaushalam. Perfection and skill and complete success in your action, not in the obsession of its result. Tyajyam doshan doshavadityeke karma prahur manishinaha. Tyajyam doshavad ityeke karma prahur manishinaha. Yajnadana tapah karma natyajyamiti chapare. Now he is telling different viewpoints on this aspect of giving up. or sannyasa or tyaga. Some people say tyajyam doshavat ityeke karma. Whatever eke, whichever karma, actions are having doshas or faults, imperfections, failures, or bad content. Like suppose Mahabharata war, all the actions towards war were bad. They should have been given up. Yajyam doshavat iti eke. Ye, those ke, whosoever, karma, actions, prahur, manishinaha. Some people say, prahu means they say, who? Some of the great philosophers. Manishi means ordinary manishi, man. Manishi means great men, great people. Great people, some great people say that you should give up all actions which are with doshas. There are two types of guna and dosha, good qualities and bad qualities. You should give up all actions which have bad qualities. You know what are bad actions? Hurting others, stealing, cheating, lying, misleading, or backbiting. All these are bad actions. We have discussed in the previous chapters so many types of bad actions. So one view of some of the great people is that you should give up all only bad actions. But some others are saying, yajna dana tapah karma natyajyamiti chapare. Some others are saying you give up everything except yajna, dana and tapa. Yajna is all types of yajna. Dravya yajna, material yajnas, or jnana yajna, like what we are doing now, or tapo yajna, or yoga yajna, or so many types of yajnas. In chapter 4, they were explained. Yajnas cannot be given up because they are good things. Like suppose I have retired, I don't want to do anything, I'll sit quiet, I'll meditate. For how many hours will I meditate? I have to do something for the good of the society. Whatever you do for the good of the society, like this jnana yajna we are doing now, or any other yajna, or yoga yajna, pranayama, all are different types of yajnas. They are elaborated in chapter 4. Those yajnas cannot be given up, and dana cannot be given up. What is dana? Donation. You keep on giving donation. You should not stop doing that. Tapaha, all type of austerity, tapascharias. Pranayama is one of the greatest tapas. Yoga abhyasa is a tapas, or fasting is a tapas. So, or chanting is a tapas, or japam is a tapas. Surya Namaskara is also tapas. Various types of tapas. So, yajna dana tapak karma natyajyam. You should not give up these things. Iti. They say this, who? Others. Apare. Nischayam srudu me tatra tyaga bharata sat tyage bharata sattama tyago hi purusha vyaghya trividha samprakirtitaha. Tyaga, giving up, sacrificing. We all know what is sacrificing. All mothers know very well what is sacrificing for children. Fathers also know to some extent. Teachers know. So many people sacrifice so many things for others, for society, for children, for poor people. Nischayam shrunu me tatra. Definitely now you listen to me. Yage bharata sattama. Oh, best of Bharatas, oh Arjuna. I'm going to explain Tyaga. It is of three types. Trividhaha samprakirtitaha. Three types of Tyaga is there. What is that? Yajno danam tapah karma natyajyam karyameva tat. As opined by somebody else, I am also for definite saying that you cannot give up yajna, dana and tapa. Yajna, sacrifice, dana, charity, tapa is austerity. Austere practices and disciplinary practices cannot be given up. Even the greatest of sannyasis have not given up these things. Why is it like that? Because yajno danastapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Read this once again. Yajno danam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. These three, yajna, dana and tapas, they purify you. Pavanani, they are holy. They are holy and they purify you to the extent of great people. Manishinam. Manishi means ordinary Manishi is Manishi. Manishi means great men. So great men also got purified and benefited by these performing these three things, yajna, dana and tapas. Therefore you cannot give up. Etanyapitu karmani sangam chaktva phalani cha कर्तव्यानीति मे पार्थ निश्चितम् उत्तमोत्तमम् निश्चितम् मतमुत्तमम्. In my opinion, O Partha, mata means opinion. Uttamam opinion, the best opinion is that even these three things, yajna, dana and tapas, have to be performed only with detachment of their results. If you remember, I have told you many times in chapter 4 and other chapters, whatever you do, you give up the result to the Lord. Not to obsessed with your own personal ego and arrogance on the result of your actions. Because whatever happens, it happens according to God, Ishvarecha, will of God. If there is no will of God, nothing will happen. Even this meeting we are having today will not happen if there was no will of God. Shivudajalendi Chimayana Kuta. Even an ant will not sting unless there is an order from Ishvara, Shiva. Of course, that also means as per the laws of nature. Because everything happens as per laws of nature, which is the order of Lord or Ishvara or Shiva. And everything happens according to the cause and effect chain of relationships. Nothing will happen without a cause and effect chain behind it. Cause and effect and its cause and its effect and its cause and its effect and so on. For example, this meeting today, whosoever is attending here, they are not attending by chance. There is a lot of cause and effect chain behind it. They have attended previously, they know me previously, or they have heard of Bhagavad Gita previously, they wanted to know Bhagavad Gita. So many causes are there, without which nothing will happen. Without cause, nothing will happen. And without will of God, nothing will happen. Will of God is manifest in three different forms. One is the laws of nature. Second is the cause and effect chain. Third is the willpower. The willpower of the individual and the will of God. Both. Kartavyani mem partha nishchitamuttamam niyatasya tu sannyasah. Now read the next one on your own. Niyatasya tu sannyasah karmano nopapajyate mohatasya parityagastamasa parikirtitah. Even in sannyasa, there are three categories. The tamasic, rajasic and sattvic. Niyatasya tu sannyasa karmano nopapajyate mohatasya parityagaha tamasa parikirtitah. If you are giving up or if you are renunciating some actions by delusion, by moha, by tamasic attitude, such a tamasic sannyasa is not acceptable. But because it is tamasic. For example, you might have seen in the house, some people when they get angry, they will say, I will not eat food. And they will keep quiet. And parents will say, eat food, but no, I will not eat food. So the person who is saying, I will not eat food, is actually not that he is not interested in eating food. He is just doing a game, playing a game. Similarly, second category, dukkha mityeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayatyajat. There are some people who give up actions not because they have vairagya, but because they are afraid of those actions. They are very difficult. You see, if you say practice yogasanas and you find it very difficult, so you say that I give up yogasanas, or I give up walking, I give up jogging, because it is difficult. Your legs are paining. and you have to get up early morning. It is difficult for you, so you give up. Sakritva rajasam tyagam, that is called rajasic sannyas, which is not acceptable. Naiva tyaga phalam labhet, who give up that kind of a thing will not get any benefit of having given up. Tyaga will have to get some result of benefit. Such tyagas will not get any results. We have that proverb, whatever you cannot get, you say, I give up. Karyamityeva yat karma niyatam kriyate arjuna sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva satyaga satviko mataha. The best tyaga, the best sacrifice is sattvic tyaga, where the obsession, attachment to the result only is given up, not the action. Action is performed perfectly. Karyamityeva yat karma, we have to do this and we do it. Kriyate arjuna, niyatam kriyate arjuna, with discipline, with commitment, and at the same time with detachment from its results, because the results will come anyway. You don't have to worry about them, and in case they don't come, it is not your fault, because you have done your duty perfectly. Nadvestya kusalam karma kusalena anushajyate tyagi sattvam samavishto medhavi chinna samshayah. So nadvestya akushalam karma. Akushalam karma, what means? Not a very good. Kushalam means very good. Akushalam means not good, bad work, bad karmas, like fighting a war or abusing. This kind of bad qualities should not be done. Nadvestya kushalam karma kushalena anushajyate tyagi sattva samavishto medhavi chinna samshayah. A real tyagi is medhavi, is highly intellectual, knowledgeable, and he is chinna samshaya. He has no doubts, and he will not do bad actions, but even good actions he will do without attachment to the result. With sattva guna, sattva samavishto, medhavi chinna samshaya, no samshaya, no doubts. Nahi deha bhrutam karma shakyum takyaktum karmanya seshatah yastu karma phalatyagi satyagi ityabhidhiyate. To put it in one nutshell, one statement, for those who have bodies like us, deha bhrutam na shakyam tyaktum karmananya seshatah. It is not possible for the holders of bodies to give up all karmas. Yes, said in 3rd chapter also, nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu tishthatya karmakrit. Even for 1 second, it is not possible to stay without performing any actions. Karyate hyavashah karma sarvaha prakriti jair gunaihi. You will be forced to act by the forces of nature, laws of nature. Yes, therefore, all that you can give up is the karma phala sangha. Only you can give up the attachment to the result. You do your duty and give up the attachment or obsession or ownership of the result of that action, because that result is meant for the benefit of the society. Such a person is called Tyagi. Some people keep the name Tyagi. That doesn't mean they are really Tyagis, it is their surname. Some people keep the name Jnani, but that doesn't mean they are Jnanis. You have to acquire Jnana to become Jnani. You have to perform Tyaga to become Tyagi. Anishtha Vishtam Mishram cha Trividham Karmana Phalam. Now, these management principles are getting detailedly discussed in the next few slokas. I have seen the topmost managers, the secretary, chief secretary level IAS officers and other managers presenting these concepts given in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, presenting them to the institutes of management, the MBA classes and various other management classes. Please listen carefully. The Bhagavad Gita is surprisingly very relevant even today. In the last chapter, we have seen the 16th chapter, they have described how things are happening today, how people are behaving today, how illegal black money is being maintained, and how people commit crimes, and how various types of criminals are going around today in the society. All that has been described surprisingly in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita as the Asuri behavior. And in the 18th chapter, surprisingly, management concepts and techniques more advanced than what IIMs can teach are being discussed. Now, Anishtham, Ishtham, Mishram, cha Trividham, Karmana, Phalam. All of you read. Anishtham, Ishtham, Anishtham, Ishtah, Mishram, cha Trividham, Karmana, Phalam. The karmas, actions, all our actions will have three types of results. What are those three types of results? Anishtham, unpleasant results, and pleasant results, and mixed results. Anishtham is unpleasant, Ishtam is pleasant, Mishram is mixed. Trividham karmana phalam, for all actions, for all work, for all efforts and endeavors, you'll have three types of results possible. Bhavati atyaginam pretya natu sannyasinam kvachit. So these results can happen either when you are alive immediately or when you are no more alive also. That is why we see some people getting lucky, lotteries and so on. Adrishta means not visible, not seen, cannot be understood why he is getting it. That is the result of his past life karmas we have to decide. So now you see for the sannyasis, those results will not bind in the next life. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nivodhame Sankhye krutante proktani siddhaye sarva karmanam. There are 5 causes for all actions, small and big. What are those? Adhishthanam, tatha karta. This has been discussed in management institutions. I have attended some such sessions. There is a supervising agency like the president or whosoever it is. Tatha karta, there is a doer, actor. Karanam, there is an instrument of action. Cha pruthagvidham, vividhascha pruthak cheshtah. There are different types of works, different types of actions. And finally, we have daivam chaivatra sampanchamam. There is the 5th one is will of God or luck or unknown factor. So there are only 4 factors within human beings, and the 5th is beyond human. So what are those 5 human factors? Adhisthana, the presiding officer. It can be the head of the family in a family, or it can be a vice chancellor, or it can be a chancellor in a university, or it can be president of a company. He is the supervising Thanam, Tatha Karta. Then of course we have the doers, the actors, the various functionaries, various executives, and Karanam, their instruments. They may have their instruments like their assistants or their PAs or their systems or their offices or their other machinery, equipment through which they perform, discharge their responsibilities. Pruthak Vidham in different categories. Vividhascha Pruthak Cheshta, and actions, plenty of different types of works, different types of actions. Somebody is doing accounts, somebody is doing sales, somebody is doing management, somebody is doing technology, somebody is doing research in an organization. In the house, somebody is doing cooking, somebody is doing earning, somebody is doing cleaning, etc. Now, Sharira Vang Manobhir Yat Karma Prarambhate Naraha. Naraha, the human being, whatever karma prarabhate, he starts in a good way, in a big way, through his body or through his speech. Like I am doing only speech now. Manaha, through mind. Sharira Vang Manobhihi, through mind or through speech or through physical body. Whatever karma is initiated, Nyayam va viparitam va panchayate tasya hetavaha. Either they are justified karmas or unjustified karmas, illegal, like what or Duryodhana did. And there are their causes. Tat, because cause is the result, is the main factor behind a result. All actions that happen are happening because of the causes behind them. Tatraivam sati kartaram kevalam tu yaha pasyatyakruta buddhitvan na pashyati durmatihi. So, tatraika samsati kartaram kevalam tu yaha pasyatyakruta buddhitvan na pashyati durmatihi. Here the important point here is an ahankar vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. He has said in the previous chapter, in chapter 3, an arrogant or egoistic person thinks that he alone is doing everything. Whatever you are doing, it's not that you alone are doing. Your wife is supporting you, your children are supporting you, your brother, sister, mother, father. So many agencies are supporting a particular action. If you are able to, let's say an X is there among any one of you or anybody outside, he is doing a particular job or a course or whatever he is doing. If he thinks that he alone is doing that, he is mistaken. Without somebody giving him food, he cannot do. Without somebody giving a house, he cannot do. Without somebody guiding him, he cannot do. Without somebody helping him, he cannot do. Without somebody funding him, he cannot do. And without somebody having delivered his birth and his education in the past, cannot do. So only a fool will think that I am doing everything, I am great. Therefore, yasya naham kruto bhavo. All of you chant this very important sloka. Yasya naham kruto bhavo buddhi yasya na lipyate hatvapi sa imam lokan nahanti na nibadhyate. Now, this whole Bhagavad Gita had its context in the situation of Arjuna fighting a war and Arjuna refusing to fight a war, saying that I don't want to kill my own relatives and my friends and teachers and all these people. And the whole of Bhagavad Gita, ending in the 18th chapter now, he is going to convince Arjuna that he should fight that war. And he is going to kill all those people who are arrayed to kill him. He is not killing holy people. He is killing unholy people who have come to kill him and kill everybody else. So the war was justified in that sense, but here he is giving a very important order to Arjuna. You shall perform your duty without ahankara. Yasya na ahankrito bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate. A person who does not have ahankara and he does not have obsession or attachment to the result, he is doing that only as a duty. Like Arjuna fighting the war and killing so many people, he is doing it as his dharma, to uphold dharma. Such a person who has no arrogance, who has no sense of ego, and he therefore does not feel he is doing it, and he is not having attachment to the result. Atvapisa imam lokan, such a person, even if he destroys all the people in the world, he is not killing anyone because he has no interest. He is a liberated soul. Jnanam jneyam parijnata trividha karma chodana karanam karma karteti trividha karma sangraha. Karma chodana. Chodana is driving. Dhiyo yona prachodayat. In Gayatri Mantra we have chodana word. Is a driving force. The driving force behind all karma, all actions is of three types. Jnanam, Jneyam, Parijnata. The jnana, knowledge behind that, the knowable, Jneyam, the object of knowledge, and Parijnata, the knower who is knowing it. Karanam, Karma, Karteti, Trividha Karma. Similarly, for karma, we have three actors in it. One is the doer himself, and other is the work itself, and the third is the instrument of doing that work. Jnanam karma cha karta cha tridhaiva guna bhedatah prochyate guna sankhyane yadhavat srunutasya tanyapi. And even the three things, jnana, karma and karta, are of three types of qualities, satvika, rajasika and tamasika, according to a book called Kapila Tantra, that is Sankhya. Prochyate guna sankhyane. The word Sankhya means counting. In Sankhya Darshana, which was developed by Kapila, Maharshi Kapila, there are 24 tattvas. The Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Indriya Tanmatras, Pancha Bhutas, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. So, Guna Sankhyane Yadhavat Shrunut, according to Sankhya, even Jnana, Karma and Karta are according to Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. How is it possible? You may be wondering how Jnana can be Sattvic or Rajasic or Tamasic. How knowledge can become three categories of Sattvic knowledge, Rajasic knowledge and Tamasic knowledge. We may think that all knowledge is same. It is not. Sarva bhuteshu ye naikam. Please read. Sarva bhuteshu ye naikam. Bhavam avyayamikshate. Avibhaktam vibhakteshu. Prajnanam vidhi sattvikam. Pruthaktvena tu yajnanam. Nana bhavan pruthagvidhan. Vetti sarveshu bhuteshu. Tajnanam vidhi rajasam. Yattu krutnavade kasmin. Karye saktamahaitukam. Atatvardhavadalpam cha. Tattamasamudahrutam. So jnana is also of three types. I'll now explain the tamasic jnana first. So the tamasic jnana given in the latest sloka, yattu kritsnavade kasmin karye saktamahaitukam, without any logic, just doing for the heck of doing it, atatvardhavad alpam, without any meaning, and without any sense. ऐसे कर रहे क्यों कर रहे बोलते ऐसे जक मार रहे हैं बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में ऐसा. So ऐसे कर रहे, that kind of nonsensical work action is called tamasic action. That kind of nonsensical knowledge, attitude, thinking, which is the cause of that kind of behavior, is called tamasic. That is in darkness. Now come to the next higher category, which is rajasic, which is what normally we all have. Pruthakttvena. Now we say so many people are there, so many different individuals, so many different purposes, and they have different objectives and they are doing different things. So the world which you see with multiple entities and multiple activities and multiple knowledge is the Rajasic knowledge. So what we are normally perceiving is Rajasic knowledge. Our perception is normally Rajasic. What is Sattvic? Oneness perception is Sattvic. The entire philosophy, all scriptures are all talking of oneness. Sarva bhuteshu yena ekam bhavam avyayamikshate. That which is one behind everything, all beings in this universe. Avibhaktam vibhaktesh, though it appears to be divided into different entities, there is only one entity and that is Brahman. That is self. And you are that. Tattvamasi. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma. That knowledge, that jnana is called Sattvika knowledge. Now, yattu krutsanna devadekasmin karyanaktama sahaituka. That we have already finished. Tamas. Next. Niyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatah krutam abhala prepsuna karma yattat sattvika muchyate. Karma. What type of karma is sattvika karma? Niyatam, highly disciplined and regulated and controlled, and also sangarahitam, without any attachment to the result. Aragadveshatah kritam, without raga and dvesha, without hatred or without attachment. Aphala prepsuna karma, and action without attachment to the result of that action. We have already discussed this, karma yoga. Yat satya karma, satvika muchyate, that is the best quality of work. That means your work, if you do like that, it is sattvic. Otherwise, rajasic and tamasic. Yattu kamepsuna karma. Please read. Yattu kamepsuna karma. Sahankarena va punaha. Kriyate bahulayasam. Tad rajasamudahritam. If you perform any work or action with a great desire behind it, with obsession, desperation, and with arrogance and ego, and with great pain and efforts, bahulayasam, too many pains to be taken, with too much of obsession and desires and desperation. I'm sure you have done such kind of work. That kind of work is called rajasic work. Tat rajasam udahritam. Third, anubandham kshayam himsa anapeksham cha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yattat tamasamuchyate. All karma, all actions which are based on moha, delusion, paurusham, kind of what do you call, to prove a point, anubandham kshayam himsa, with violence, with emotion, with arrogance, that kind of a karma is tamasic karma. Next, please read this. Mukta sango anaham vadi. Mukta sango anaham vadi. Dhruti utsaha samanvitaha. Dhrutyutsaha samanvitaha. Siddhya siddhyo nirvikaraha. Karta sattvika uchyate. Now the doers, the actors which are performing that action, are categorized into three. The best is the sattvika karta, who has no obsession with the result of that action. Mukta sangaha, anahankari, anahamvadi, he is not arrogant, and dhruti is, but at the same time he is having strong determination to complete that work. And utsaha, he has got great enthusiasm to complete that work. And siddhya siddhyo nirvikaraha, at the same time he will not be affected with the result, whether it is according to his pleasant experience or unpleasant experience, but he will do his duty perfectly. Even Abraham Lincoln made this statement, I do my duty perfectly to the end of it, and I don't bother what will happen to the result, because the result will automatically come. And in case it does not come for reasons other than myself, I am not responsible, because I have done my duty perfectly. Such an attitude is sattvika karta attitude. Ragi karma bala prepsuhu lubdho himsatmako ashuchihi harsha shokanvitah karta rajasah parikirtatah. A rajasic karta, he will be ragi, he will be attached to the result, and lubdhaha, he will be a fellow who will be expecting to take out others' properties, others' things for himself. He is a cheat. Himsatmakaha, he will be very violent. Ashuchihi, impure. Harsha shokanvita, he will be getting depressed or excited in a very childish manner. And such a karta is called, a person who performs all actions like that is rajasic, second category, medium type. The third and worst category is tamasic, ayukta prakrita stabdha chatho naishkritiko lasaha. A fool, a dullard, a donkey type of a person. Ayukta, a non-yogi, he cannot even concentrate. Vishadi, he is depressed, he is in sorrow. Dirghasutri cha, What is Dirgha Sutri? He'll be taking a long rope. You know, we have a proverb in English, you have a long rope. So you take your own time in a long time. Instead of doing in 5 minutes a job which can be done in 5 minutes, he will take 50 minutes. Such a karta is called tamasic karta. He'll be sleepy. Most of the time he'll be sleepy and lazy and incapable. So you should not take up actions which you are not capable, otherwise you will become tamasic. And if you take up actions which you do with great obsession, desperation, and lies and cheating and all that, like whatever Shakuni and others have done, that is Rajasic. And Satvik is what Arjuna is expected to do according to Krishna. Buddher bhedam dhruteshchaiva gunatastrividham shruno prochyamanamasheshena pruthatvena dhananjaya. No, buddhi. You all know what is buddhi? ये बुद्धि बुद्धि लेदा बुद्धि काम नहीं कर रहा क्या बोल के पूछते ना, मतलब discriminatory power, what is right and what is wrong. You may be very knowledgeable, you may know a lot of facts, you might have read a lot of books, you might have done research also, but if you don't have buddhi, that means you are not able to have the correct decision making power. You are not able to decide what is worth and what is not worth, and what is correct and what is not correct in the long term. In the short term and the medium term, you are not able to make judgments. That means you are not having a buddhi. Those who have a poor buddhi, they are the people in their astrological horoscope who have very poorly located Brihaspati, Jupiter. So, and such people, and they also are there, and there are three types of such people with the buddhi. And bhedam, dhruteshchaiva, guna, and dhruti, determination, also three types. So let us see all those things. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha ya vetti buddhissa partha satviki. A buddhi, as such an intellect, is sattvic if it knows what is pravritti and what is nivritti. That is, what is pravritti marga, what is nivritti marga. What is pravritti dharma and what is nivritti dharma. Nivritti means it is meant for moksha, liberation. Pravritti is meant for doing actions in the society, extroversial. So a person, an individual buddhi is sattvic if it knows the difference between pravritti and nivritti, and karya and akarya. What is worth to be performing, what is permitted to be performed, and what is akarya, what is prohibited. Vidhi and nishedha. Like, for example, a big list is given of prohibited activities. So you should know what are prohibited, both legally, morally, culturally, religiously, and dharmically. And what are duties, karyas, which have to be performed, both legally, constitutionally, personally, spiritually, and religiously. And bandham moksham cha, he who knows what is bandha, bondage, what is moksha, what is freedom, liberation, such a buddhi is called sattviki buddhi. What is rajasiki buddhi? Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha ayadhavat prajanati buddhissavardha rajasi. He will not know actually what is dharma, what is adharma, what is karya, what is to be done, what is akarya, what is not to be done. He is not sure what is prohibited, what is not prohibited, but what is duty, what is enjoined to be executed, and what is dharma and what is adharma. And tamasic buddhi is even more funny. At least the rajasic fellow will not know clearly what is adharma and what is dharma, and what is correct and what is not correct, what is allowed and what is not allowed. But a tamasic fellow will go to the other extreme. Adharmam dharmam iti. He will say, this is dharma, actually that is adharma. Like, I've seen the dialogue of Duryodhana. So many people told him, you think about your state, your country. Answer he gives, I am the country, he says. He has no idea what is country. So that is tamasic. Adharmam dharmam iti. To think adharma as dharma, ya manyate tamasavrita. He is fully covered with darkness. Sarvardhan Viparitanscha Buddhi Sapartha Tamasi. Everything is interpreted in the opposite manner. Viparita, opposite interpretation. Such a Buddhi, that means he is also having Buddhi, but it is Tamasic Buddhi. Thrutcha yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaha. Read this. Dhrutya yaya dharayate manah prana indriya kriyaha yogena avyabhicharinya dhruti sabardha satviki. Dhruti, determination. A determination with which the manas, the mind, prana, the life, indriya, the senses, activities are all done with strong determination. You have said previously, Dhruti Utsaha Samanvitaha. Utsaha is enthusiasm, Dhruti is determination. If you do actions with that, and with Yogena, Avyabhicharena, with yoga, that is joining, Avyabhicharena, Ananya Yoga, that means not with multiple objects, but only one object. That Dhruti is Satviki Dhruti, Satvik determination. Yaya tu dharma kamardhan dhrutya dharayate Arjuna prasangena phalakankshi dhrutis sapardha rajasi. A determination which is rajasic will be of a different type, where he will be worried about a particular goal, particular objective of achieving. He will be obsessed with that goal or objective, which may or may not be as per the dharma. Yayatu dharma kamardhan dhrutya dharayate Arjuna. So he is more interested in kama and ardha instead of only dharma. And of course, dharma also he will consider, but he is more considering kama and ardha also. You know, we have 4 purusharthas: dharma, ardha, kama and moksha. So ardha and kama are 2 subjects in which you are all experts. I don't have to explain anything. Ardha is how to make money, kama is how to spend that money to achieve your enjoyments and results. So on these 2 subjects, I and Bhagavad Gita need not teach anything to anybody, because all are experts in those 2 subjects. But dharma is the main thing. If you perform kama and ardha, you cannot stop kamas, you cannot stop ardha. If you perform kama and ardha according to dharma, then it will be okay. If you perform kama and ardha against dharma, it will be committing a sin. It will have a backlash, and the result will be destruction. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha na vimunchanti durmedha dhrutis sa tamasi mata. Now, determination, which is fearful, the fellow is not able to decide what to do. He's in the dream also, he's thinking that, and he's afraid, and he is in sorrow, and he is in deep depression, and he is in pride. Vishadam is depression, madam is pride, shokam is sorrow, bhayam is fear, swapna is dream. In all these ways, he is worried, and such a kind of a determination, that means he is not having proper determination. Durmedha dhrutihi sa tamasi mata. Sukham tvidanim trividham sukha. Now we'll talk about sukha, pleasure. Pleasure is also of 3 types. Trividham shrunu me bharatarshava abhyasa dramate yatra dukkhantam cha nigacchati. Now I'll explain 3 types of sukhas. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname amrutopamam. Read all of you. Yattadagre vishamiva pariname amrutopamam tatsukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. That pleasure, that happiness is satvik, which appears like a poison in the beginning. Like somebody has started doing PhD, in doing research, you'll find it very difficult in the beginning. It is like poison. But as time progresses, as he makes progress, pariname, with evolution, with changes, with progress, it will become amrutopamam. It will become like amrut, nectar. Such a kind of pleasure is sattvic. Initially, it is harmful, but later it will give you good results. Initially, it will be unpleasant, but later it will give you pleasant feeling. So that is sattviki sukham. And it will atma buddhi prasadajam. It will give peace. Prasada means peace, happiness to the buddhi, intellect, and atma, the soul, the self also. Vishayendriya samyogad yattadagre amrutopamam. And that pleasure, which we normally are very familiar with, which will be achieved through the samyoga of the senses with the objects of senses, like ice cream eating, etc., etc. Agre amrutopamam. It looked like amruta, nectar, at the beginning. But pariname vishamiva. And later, it will result in poisonous effects. Like if you eat ice creams, if you eat 20 ice creams, for example, very pleasant it will be. After eating 20 ice creams, you will realize what all it has done damage to you. And similarly, alcohol, similarly, all these sensory pleasures, they will be looking very attractive in the beginning. Even our IITians and our bureaucrats and all people fall for them. But later on, they will result in terrible poisonous results. That is called rajasic pleasure. Yattadagre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanamatmanah nidralasya pramadotham tattamasamudahritam. There are other types of pleasures which are tamasic. In the beginning also and the end also, they will be appearing to be like pleasures, and they will be completely hypnotizing you and deluding you. And they are associated with sleep, with laziness, and accidents. For example, laziness. A lazy person will find himself very comfortable and pleasant experience not to do anything in the beginning and at the end also. And a person who is sleeping will find it good in the beginning and at the end also. And nothing will come out of such pleasures. And it will be only hypnotizing experience. That is tamasic pleasure. Now, na tadasti prathivyam va divi deveshu va punah sattvam prakriti jair muktam yadebhi syatri gunai. Oh Arjuna, there is nothing in this universe which is devoid or which is free from these three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. ముల్లోకములంది తెలియవచ్చడి ప్రతి వస్తు విశేషమును ప్రకృతి యొక్క సాత్విక రాజసిక తామస గుణములతో నొప్పుచునేయుండును కానీ ఈ మూడు గుణములకు అతీతము వస్తువు ఎచ్చడను కానరాదు. No object exists of any kind in these three worlds which is beyond the three gunas. About human beings is telling now. Brahmana kshatriya visham shudranam cha parantapa karmani pravibhaktani svabhava prabhavair gunai. In the 4th chapter, he has said, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. 4 varnas are created by me based on the gunas and karma. What are those gunas? Satvika, Rajasic and Tamasic. Now he is explaining what are the qualities of Brahmanas by nature, and what are the qualities of Kshatriyas by nature, and what are the qualities of Vaishyas by nature, and what are the qualities of Shudras by nature. As I told you many times, these are all different temperaments and aptitudes or personality traits, and they are not necessarily permanent. Somebody who is born as Brahmana may not remain a Brahmana once he gives up his various requirements to maintain his Brahmanahood. Similarly, one who is born as a Shudra may acquire Brahminical qualities. Though he is not a Brahmana in this life, he is as good as or even better than Brahmanas in this life, and in next life he may be born as Brahmana. I have seen many people with these qualities. Now, Brahmana's qualities are explaining. Shamo damastapa shaucham. All of you read, please. Shamaha, damaha, tapaha, Shaucham, Shanti, Arjavamev cha, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikyam, Brahma Karma Svabhavajam. What are the qualities which are naturally generated in the Brahmana karma by the work actions of a Brahmana? First, Shama, peace. A person who is not peaceful cannot claim to be a Brahmana. Damaha, self-control, discipline. A person who is not disciplined cannot claim to be a Brahmana. Tapaha, a person who is not performing tapasya cannot claim to be a Brahmana. Shaucham, purity, physical, mental, in all different levels, is a compulsory requirement. Shantihi, Shantihi means Kshama, that is tolerance, forbearance. Arjavam is honesty. A person who is dishonest or cheating cannot be considered as a Brahman. Jnanam, he should have jnana, knowledge. And Vijnana, what is the difference between jnana and Vijnana? Jnana is knowledge and Vijnana is application of that knowledge. As Confucius said, knowledge is in having it and applying it. Astikyam. There are two types of people in this world, Astikas and Nastikas. Nastikas are those who say that this universe has no creator, no God, no Ishvara, no Brahman, no Paramatma. It is just materialistic in nature. But Asti, Astika means yes, there is a power, there is a force which is responsible for the creation, sustenance and dissolution activities of this universe. Whatever is that force, that may not be a person, it may be an abstract force, or it may not be even thinkable or definable, but it exists. This kind of asti means exists. The existentialists and the non-existentialists. The non-existentialists are called atheists and existentialists are called theists in English. But then the theism in other religions is not so deeply understood, as we have so many scriptures in Hindu scriptures. Other religions are having very limited scope, but they are having something common. They have copied or they have inherited, openly declaring so, some of the characteristics of Hindu scriptures into their own scriptures, but it's very limited scope. There is much more deeper and wider scope for the subject, as we can see in Hindu scriptures. Same subject about God. Shauryam, read it now, Kshatriya's characteristics. Shauryam, Tejo Dhrutis Dakshyam, Yuddhe Chapyapalayanam, Dhanam Ishvara Bhavascha, Kshatram Karma Svabhavajam. Once again, Shauryam, courage. Tejaha, Dhrutihi, determination. Dakshyam, capability, efficiency. Yuddhecha api apalayanam, not to run away in a war. In a war, either you kill or you get killed. Either you win or you get defeated. If you run away, then you are not a Kshatriya. Dhanam, able to give dhanam, charity, perform charity. Ishvara bhavascha, accept Ishvara, God. Kshatram karma svabhavajam. Kshatram karma svabhavajam. Those who perform Kshatriya karma, they naturally have these tendencies. You see the take of case of Karna. He is supposed to be born a Shudra, but he is not. He is actually born a Kshatriya. He is born to Kunti, but he was brought up in a Sudra's house, a driver's, charioteer's house. So he was declared as a Shudra, but his characteristics, Swabhavas, they're all Kshatriya. He was very powerful. Shaurya is courageous. He was Teja, powerful. Dhruti, very deterministic. And he was very capable. And he was a great fighter. He never ran away from a war. And he performed Dhanam. Dana Veera Sura Karna. So, and he believed in God. Next, Vaishya's characteristics. Sahaja Gunas. Krishi, Gauraksha, Vanijyam, Vaishya Karma Svabhavajam. Naturally born out of the Swabhava of a Vaishya karma are Krishi, agricultural management, Gau Raksha, management of cows, and Vanijyam, commerce, trade, all matters related to money management, import, export, banking, everything. That all business management is under Vaishya karma, not Brahmana karma nor Kshatriya karma. Paricharyatmakam karma Shudrasya Swabhavajam. The other actions which are paricharyas, that is support activities and service of different types, like various trades, like you have the carpenter and tailor and barber and tinsmith, blacksmith, goldsmith. All there are more than 100 trades which are services, trades, goods and services, production. They are the natural tendencies of Shudra. They are not bad or poor or lower. Please note this. If you don't have production or service, then all the others will collapse. That's why Shudra is compared to the legs of God, legs of society. If the legs are not there, society will collapse. And all the four are required for the society. They are equally important. And of course, the teacher is respected more, though he is a beggar. The Brahmana is a teacher and a man of God, and he is respected more, but he is a beggar. He begs from others. And the Kshatriya is powerful. He can control everything. He administers, he fights, he owns the kingdom. He is the ruler. But again, he is not the owner of the money. The owner of the money is Vaishya. And he manages money, he circulates the money, he generates money out of the services and goods produced by the Shudras. If the Shudra doesn't produce goods and services, there is no money to be managed for Vaishya, and he cannot, provide funds for Kshatriya or give charity to Brahmanas. So it is a mutually dependent, symbiotic society which we live in. Even today, we have the caste system going on in different forms, in different versions. It is not possible to have any society without these four categories of classification, which are, of course, mobile. Even in the past, they were partly mobile. Now they are much more mobile. Now, sve karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha swakarmani rata siddhim yadha vindati tachrunu. Those who perform their own karma, their own enjoined, ordained duties, fully immersed, they will reach full success. They will reach moksha also. You need not become Brahmana to reach moksha. You need not become Kshatriya to reach moksha. It depends on whatever karma is destined or ordained for you. Through that itself, you can reach moksha. Yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. Swakarmana tamabhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. A human being will achieve success and even the highest level of moksha by performing his own actions. He need not perform others' actions because it is not possible. If I am doing one action, I am a teacher, I cannot go and fight a war and kill my enemies because I don't know even how to fight a war. In fact, when I was given an opportunity to learn how to kill in the military, I said I don't want to learn that. I dropped out. And there are people who want to do that, and they cannot, be very intellectual or spiritual if they are willing to kill others all the time. Yata pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. Swakarma, with self-control, if any person performs his own actions successfully, he will reach success. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha. All of you chant. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha. Paradharmat swanushthitat. Svabhavaniyatam karma. Purvannapnoti kilvisham. This is a very important statement. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha. Paradharmat swanushthitat. Even if your own work, your own natural work or action is having certain defects, it is better to perform it than trying to grab somebody else's work, somebody else's action and do it on his behalf instead of him. which is not possible, and if at all it is done by force, it will be a failure, unless under exceptional circumstances. Like Dronacharya fought a war. He is a teacher, he is not a warrior, but he became a warrior under exceptional circumstances, and the results were disastrous. Similarly, somebody is trying to do somebody else's job will only result in disastrous results. Swabhavaniyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilvisham. Even if you think that particular job is sinful, like killing in a war is a sinful action, definitely. But for a Kshatriya in a dharma war, in a war of dharma, dharma yuddha, it is not a sinful action. He will go to heaven. But not for others. If others go and kill somebody else, that is a sin. It will be a murder. In a dharma war, that is not a murder. So, sahajam karma kaunteya sadoshamapi natyajet. Your own natural karma, even if it is having certain faults, you shall not give it up. Sarva rambha hi doshena dhumena agnirivavruta. Just like fire also is covered by smoke, but fire is not affected by smoke. In the same way, even if all your actions are having defective characteristics, if at all you have, like for example, in a business, profit is taken, and profit is also based on cheating sometimes. So that is not correct. Asakta buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigata spruha naishkarmya siddhim paramam sanyasena adhigacchati. Now coming to sannyasa, how you can achieve naishkarmya siddhi? That means a state of life where you are doing nothing, though you are doing everything. Naishkarmya siddhi. That is without having attachment to whatever results of whatever actions you are doing when you perform. Asakta buddhi, sarvatra, always, all times. Jitatma, having conquered yourself. Vigata spruhaha, without any feeling that you are doing. Now, this is a very interesting thing. There are a lot of people who do things which are very difficult to do. For others, it looks like very difficult. Like supposing I do Yoga Nidrasana where my legs are kept behind my head. All others will feel that, oh, it's very painful. Usko पैर दुखते होंगे, कमर दुखता होगा. नहीं दुख रहा उसको. Because he got practice and he is a master of it. Usko नहीं दुखते. Similarly, in a war, when a warrior kills his enemies in a dharma yuddha, आप नहीं समझ सकते कि वो बहुत कष्ट ले रहा है, उसको डर हो रहा है. Another secret I'll tell you about Gandhiji. Gandhiji used to perform fasting on various contexts and occasions or pretexts. So everybody used to think, अरे Gandhiji fast कर रहे हैं, वो मर जाएंगे, खाना खाए नहीं खाए तो कैसा रहेंगे, इस तरह वो लोगों को महसूस होता था. लेकिन उनको नहीं महसूस होता, क्योंकि वो तो नेचर क्यूर के एक्सपर्ट थे. फास्टिंग तो रोज करते थे, उन्हें हमेशा करते रहते, उसको मालूम है. तो जैसा योगासन करने वाले को योगासन करने से कोई दुखद पेन नहीं होता, दूसरे लोगों को दिखा रहे बहुत मुश्किल है, इन्होंने कैसा कर रहा है, टूट जाएगा, उसको दर्द हो जाएगा, उसको नहीं होता दर्द. तो जो आदमी अपने काम परफेक्ट करता है, उसको कुछ नहीं होता. He will not feel, he will feel he is not doing anything. So that is why Prahlada has been described as if he felt he is not doing anything while being a king and while doing all activities. Like Krishna also, he conducted the whole Mahabharata war, which was a world war. But he says, I have nothing to do with it. I have no stakes in it. I am not the doer nor the enjoyer. So, Naishkarmya Siddhi, that is the beauty of it. Without doing anything, state can be achieved. And Paramam Sanyasena Adhigachati. By Sanyasa, it can be achieved. The highest state of Naishkarmya Siddhi. Siddhim Prapto Yadha Brahma Tadhapnoti Nibodhame Samane Naiva Kaunteya Nishtha Jnanasya Yapara. So, Brahmajnana, how to achieve moksha without Brahma? You need Brahmajnana to get moksha. And even that can be achieved through Karma yoga along with acquiring jnana. Buddhya vishuddhaya yukto dhrutyatmanam niyamya cha shabdadin vishayan tyaktva ragadveshau vyupadasya cha. A person who is having a buddhi which is pure, buddhya vishuddhaya yuktaha, dhrutya with determination, atmanam niyamya, having controlled himself, shabdadin vishayan tyaktva, and he has given up the craving towards objects of senses, and he has gone beyond raga and dvesha. Vivikta sevi laghvashi yatavakkaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashritaha. Please read, all of you, the important shloka. Vivikta sevi laghvashi yatavakkaya manasaha dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashritaha. Now he is explaining a yogi's behavior. Having finished Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, all those behaviors, the yogi's behavior is explained. Vivikta sevi laghvashi. Vivikta sevi means a person who lives in isolation. Our coronavirus isolation, that is called Vivikta Seva. In yoga, you all know very well, in meditation, we always lived in isolation for meditation. We go to mountain tops, we went to river fronts, and we went to forests, we went to meditation rooms, we went to caves where nobody is there. Because unless you have that solitude, you cannot perform meditation. Vivikta Sevi, Laghvashi, this is an important point. A person who has very few desires, very few hopes. He doesn't want to become Prime Minister of India or President of United States. That is big hopes. Yatavakkaya manasaha. He who has controlled. Yata means controlled, conquered. Vak, that is speech. Kaya, body, movements. And manasya, mind activities. A person who has controlled mind, body and speech. Dhyana yoga paraha, who is always interested in dhyana yoga, going on meditating, dhyana. Nityam, always. Vairagyam samupasritaha, without any desires. You all know that in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tan Nirodha. The mind can be controlled only through Abhyasa and Vairagya. Vairagya is giving up desires of all kinds. Drishta Anusravika Vishaya Vitrushnasya Vashikara Sanya Vairagyam. He has so formally defined Vairagya as a state of mind of complete conquest, Vashikarana, of cravings, desires on objects, drishta, which are seen, which are visible, and adrishta, which are invisible, anusravika, which are heard. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham parigraham vimuchya nirmamashanto brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Please read along with me. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham parigraham vimuchya nirmama shanto brahma bhuyaya kalpate. A person who is freed from arrogance, ahankaram, balam, feeling of great strength, darpam, pride, showing lot of pride behavior, proud behavior, kamam, desires, krodham, anger, parigraham, accumulation of things, vimuchya, having been freed from such qualities, nirmamaha, without any attachment, shantaha, who is very much in peace, and he is fit, brahma bhuyaya kalpate, he is fit to reach God. Brahma bhutam prasannatma, read, brahma bhutaha prasannatma na shochati na kankshate samah sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. Brahma bhutaha, he feels himself one with God. Prasannatma, very pleasant mood he has. Na shochati na kankshati, wo sochta nahi hai, he is not worried nor he is desiring something. Samah sarveshu bhuteshu, he is equal to all beings. Bhaktim labhate para, only such a person will acquire bhakti towards me. Para bhakti, I told you last time, there are two types of bhaktis, para bhakti and apara bhakti. Bhaktya mam abhijanati, he will know me through bhakti, apara bhakti and then para bhakti. We should not say that all those people who don't have para bhakti are useless. We cannot say that, because out of these mass of ordinary bhakti people, somebody will evolve out as with para bhakti. We don't know who it is. So we cannot look down upon anybody. So bhakti itself is a great quality. Apara bhakti is a more mundane level, ordinary bhakti. Para bhakti is transcendental, very high level quality bhakti. Bhaktya mam abhijanati, he will know me, he will know God through bhakti. Yavanyastasmi tattvataha, ఎవరైనా సరే, yavan, ఎంతవాడైనా సరే, anybody, whosoever will know me, will know the tattva, the philosophy of me, of divine nature. Tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. Having known in depth through jnana, bhakti and jnana are related. Jnana can be acquired through bhakti, or it can be acquired through yoga. But once jnana is acquired, you merge in God. Vishate tadanantaram. Immediately you merge in God. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvanaha madvyapashrayah matprasadavapnoti shashvatam padamavyayam. Let me be very frank. All the audience sitting here are somehow or the other connected to the yoga path. Some of them are present yoga teacher trainees. Some of them are already trained by me in the past. And some of them are related to me. And all of them are interested in moksha, I assume, finally. At the same time, it is known that we cannot give up our lifestyle. We cannot go to forest and become a tapasvi. We have to continue in our life, whatever life demands. At the same time, we want to achieve moksha. So he is giving a solution here. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvanaha. Always, sada means hamesha. Kurvanaha, karte karte karte. Kya kya karte karte? Sarva karmanyapi. Sare kaam karte karte karte. Madhyapashrayah. For your mind, mute your mics. Madhyapashrayah. If you are taking ashraya in me, if you are going to take refuge in me, that means in God. Sarva karmani sada kurvanaha. Doing always all actions. Anyway, we cannot stop them. At the same time, madhyapashrayah. If you take refuge in me, mere mein ashray lenge. Mat prasadat. By my prasada, by my grace. Apnoti. You will achieve Shashvatam Padam Avyayam. You will achieve the eternal location, eternal Padam, which is God's own location. What is called everlasting life in Christianity. Amurtatva in Upanishads. So, or called heaven of Allah in Islam. The ultimate state can be achieved while doing all the actions in your life, if you completely take refuge in the divine power. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha. Please read. Chetasa sarva karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha buddhi yogamupashritya Matchitta satatam bhava. Give up all actions in me, into me. Krishnarpanam, Brahmarpanam. And depend on Buddhi Yoga, which is Jnana. Acquire Jnana. Matchitta satatam bhava. And be always your mind in me only. In the 12th chapter, he has said, Mayeva manadhatsva mayi buddhim sa niveshaya. Remember? Now again he is telling in the 18th chapter many statements which are very powerful assurances. Matchitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi. Now he is giving an assurance. If you are absorbed in me, matchittaha, that means your chitta is in me, sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasi. You will overcome all the obstructions if you fix your mind in me. Adhachetvam ahankara nasroshyasi vinakshasi. If you have arrogance and ego and don't do that, you will be nowhere. Yad ahankaram asritya na yotsnya iti manyase mithesha vyavasayaste Prakritistvam niyokshyate. If you are arrogant and egoistic and think that you will not fight this war, of course, he's telling Arjuna about that war, but we also have our own wars every day. Our own war within ourselves. With ourselves, we have wars. If you think that you are not going to fight these wars, mithya yesha vyavasayaste. That is a delusion, it is an illusion. Prakritistvam niyokshati. Nature will appoint you to do work. You cannot stop. Swabhavajena kaunteya nibaddhasvena karmana kartum nechasi yanmohat karishyasi avashopitat. By your own nature, you will be doing things by the force of natural law. Even if you don't want to do, you will be doing avashaha, without your own control. Ishvara sarva bhutanam. How is it possible? Now he's explaining that further. All of you read. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hruddeshe arjuna tisthati ramayan sarva bhutani yantra rudhani mayaya. ईश्वर सर्वभूतानाम, सब हर एक व्यक्ति में, हर एक जीव में, हृदय से, हृत इन द हार्ट, he stays, he lives there. Tishtati, he is staying there. And Brahmayan सर्वभूतानि, and he will drive, घुमाते रहता है सब लोगों को, यंत्रारूढ़ानि माया, जैसा एक रोबोट घूमते रहता है, उस तरह वो घुमाते रहता है. आप केवल, you are a machine, you are being driven by the force of God, Ishvara. Tameva sharanam gaccha, therefore you submit yourself to the Lord. Sarva bhavena bharata, with all feelings. Tat prasadat param shantim, only by the grace of God you will acquire highest peace, and you shall acquire the highest level, which is permanent. There is no other way. First point, you have to do sharan, surrender, bhakti and prapatti to the Lord in all forms, sarva bhavena, tat prasadat, by the grace of that God, you will achieve param shantim, transcendental peace, and sthanam prapsasi shashvatam, and will reach a level permanently which is highest. Iti te jnanamakhyatam guhyam guhyataram maya vimrusyeta daseshena yadhechasi tadha kuru. O Arjuna, I have told you the highest and the most secret of knowledge. Vimrushya, think about it thoroughly, and finally do whatever you want to do. Yathechasi tatha kuru. He declared, you do whatever you want to do. He is not saying, Arjuna, you fight a war by force. Arjuna, you decide what you want to do. I have given you this complete total knowledge, which is most secret and highest. Sarvaguhyatamam bhuya shrunu me paramam vacha ishtopi me dridhamiti tato vakshyami te hitam. Once again, I am telling you, Arjuna, because you are my favorite. Man mana bhava. Make your mind mine. Mad bhaktaha. Become my bhakta. Madhyaji. Perform puja, yajna, everything for me. Mam namaskuru. Perform namaskaram to me. Mame vaishyasi. Then you will reach me. Satyam te. This is truth. Pratijane. You know it. Priyosi me. You are my favorite, best friend. Now the last statement we will chant 5 times. Sarva dharman parityajya. Please rechant, all of you. Sarva dharman parityajya. Mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Sarva dharman parityajya. Mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. What it means is, give up all other responsibilities and duties. Take sharan in me. Take shelter in me. That does not mean you stop your normal responsibilities, but he's talking of your commitment, mental commitment, dedication to Lord. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. If you dedicate yourself to me, I will liberate you from all sins and give you moksha. This is a famous pratijna he made for all the people like us, for us. And that is the end of Gita. Now he is telling, idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrushavech vachyam nama chamam yo abhyasuyati. This Gita, whatever I taught you, shall not be delivered to a person who is not a bhakta. Na bhaktaya, even once. Kadachana, at least once he should have been a bhakta. If he is not so, you should never teach this. And a person who is not doing any service, you should not teach him this. And a person who criticizes me with jealousy, you should not teach such a person. So please note, if you are having any of these qualities, you are not fit to be taught Gita. Ya imam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshvabhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param krutva mame vaishyasya samshayah. He who delivers this great knowledge, secret knowledge, highest secret, transcendental secret knowledge, he who delivers this among my bhaktas, I presume all of you are bhaktas, and I am delivering this secret knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to all of you. Bhaktim mai param krutva, and such a person, that is I who is delivering, if he gets bhakti of high order, para bhakti, then he will reach the Lord. I will reach the Lord if I have para bhakti. न च तस्माद् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तन्माद् अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि. ఈ 4 గీతముల చేతను గీతా సాంప్రదాయ ప్రవర్తమానమును గూర్చిన నియమములతో అగ్రగణ్యునకు ఆచార్యుని నియమం పాఠకుని యొక్క నియమమును వివరింపబడుచున్నది. ఇక భక్తి శ్రద్ధ పురస్సరముగా ఈ గీతా శాస్త్రమును వివిధ వినిన వారులకు కూడా మహాఫలము కలుగును అని ఆశిస్సు ఉత్తమ గీతముచే భగవాన్ అనుగ్రహించు. దోస్ హు హర్డ్ విల్ గెట్ దిస్ గ్రేట్ బెనిఫిట్. నచ తస్మాన్ మనుష్యేషు కశ్చిన్ మే ప్రియకృత్తమః భవితా సచ మే తస్మాద్ అన్యః ప్రియతరో భువి అధ్యేష్యతే చ య ఇమం ధర్మ్యం. He who studies this, that means all of you, samvadamavayoho, O Arjuna, our dialogue, whosoever studies, jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me mati. Through jnana yajna, what we are doing, tena aham ishtaha, through him he becomes my favorite and he will reach me. Syamiti me mati, it is my strong opinion, he will reach me. All of you will also get moksha for having heard Bhagavad Gita with Shraddha. Shraddhanam anasuyascha, with Shraddhavan anasuyascha. If you are having Shraddha and anasuya, no jealousy, shrunuyadapi yo naraha, even by hearing a human being, whosoever it is, sopi muktam shubhan lokan prapnuyat, he also will reach mukti, he will become mukta. So Gita hearing is also going to result in mukti, and he will reach lokas which are punya lokas, punya karmanas. So this is a great punya karma, you will reach punya lokas if you hear to this also. And having told this, I will also reach. Kachchidetat shrutam partha tvayaiekagrena chetasa. Somebody, O Partha, O Arjuna, listens to this with great concentration. Kachchid ajnana sammohaha, somebody else will collapse with ignorance. Pranashtaste dhananjaya. I mean, those who don't listen, or even if they listen, they don't understand, who will give up, they will be destroyed. So Arjuna says, Nashto mohaha, my moha is gone, my delusion is gone. Shrutirlabdva, having heard tat prasadad maya achyuta, by your grace and kindness I have heard you, Achyuta. Sthitosmi gata sandeha, I have overcome all my doubts. Karishye vachanam tava, I will do your orders, I will execute, I will do whatever you ask me to do. Sanjaya Uvacha, finished, the Bhagavad Gita is over. Now Sanjaya is telling, Ityaham Vasudevasya Pardhasya cha Mahatmanah. This iti means this idi. Aham nenu Vasudevasya Pardhasya cha Mahatmanah samvadamimam asrausha. Having heard this dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, who is also great, Adbhutam, it is fantastic, and Adbhutam Romaharshanam, it is romantic. It my romas means my hair follicles are standing in excitement, fantastic excitement. Vyasa Prasadat, by the kindness of grace of Vyasa, Shrutava imam guhyadamam, I could hear this most secret dialogue. Yogam, this yoga I could understand. Yogeshwarat Krishnat, whatever Bhagavad Gita has delivered is the yoga of Bhagavad Gita. And Yogeshwarat, from by whom? By Krishna himself is, who is Yogeshwara. Having told himself, Rajan, O Dhritarashtra, samsmritya, by remembering again and again, samvadamimam adbhutam, in this adbhuta samvada, Keshava Arjuna yoho, the dialogue between Keshava and Arjuna, punyam hrishyami, I am feeling so happy with punya, so excited again and again. Tacha samsmritya rupamachadbhutam hare, even remembering that form, beautiful form of Hari, Krishna and Arjuna. Vismayo me mahan Rajan, I am shocked, I am in a fantastic state. And Rajan Hrishyami Punah, again and again I am remembering and I am enjoying the happy moods. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. All of you, open your mics and chant this. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna.
Yatra Yogeshwarah Krishna.
Yatra Pardho Dhanurdhara.
Yatra Partho Dhanurdarah.
Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutihi.
Tatra Shri
Vijayo
Vijayo
Bhutihi
Dhruva
Nitir Mama.
यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्णो, जहाँ पे योगेश्वर कृष्ण भगवान मौजूद है, विराजते हैं, और यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरा, यहाँ पे पार्थ धनुर्धर विराजते हैं, तत्र वहां पे श्री लक्ष्मी विजय विक्ट्री भूति ग्रेटनेस ध्रुवा डेफिनेट, ये हमारा ओपिनियन है. दिस इज द लास्ट 78th श्लोका ऑफ अष्टादशोध्यायः. So I went to that spot. There they have written this shloka in big letters, and they have put a marble statue of Krishna and Arjuna in the Radha in Gitopadesha at the place of delivery of Bhagavad Gita. Iti Sri Mahabharate Shatasahasrikayam Samhitayam Vayassikayam Bhishma Parvani Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade मोक्ष संन्यास योगो नाम अष्टादशोऽध्यायः. So I'm very happy I could complete all 18 chapters over the last.
We are thankful. We are very much thankful to you, sir.
It is my joy and my pleasure, opportunity given by the Lord and by you, and so it is a great excitement, experience, pleasant experience, happy experience. Maybe we will do one more round some other time after some time. And before that, we can do other subjects like Upanishads. Have you come to a conclusion on the timings from tomorrow?
What funny, I think same time or a little by evening, let us know.
We will let us know, sir. Basically, this 9 to 11 is very hard for these girls and women who are, their breakfast time and getting preparations. So we just need to reschedule the timings. 9 to 11, 11 to 12 is also a good time. In fact, let me just check up with the people. Even in the afternoon, 3:30 to 4:30 is also fine, sir. But again, it comes to the question like Prabhu sir's disciples or his circle who are in Australia could not able to come up. That's a midnight for them.
No, 11 to 12 is fine for them. I think there's no problem. And 3 to 3 to 5.
11 to 5 means Australian time is around 5:30, so.
Yeah, that should not be a problem.
Yeah. Sir, there is one question asked by Mr. Ravi here.
Will be like again 1 o'clock, so they will be free from like 12:30. They can go out for the lunch.
What is that? You say again?
11 to 12:30 is like ideal time because ladies